You've probably witnessed some crazy things in Tears of the Kingdom, like Korok torture, or Schlong Man, or maybe the world's longest vehicle, shameless plug. But I think I'm gonna top all of that, because what I've created is a child catapult, with one single goal in mind. How high can you send a child into space? These are the questions that need to be answered. I don't care about some Tears of the Kingdom randomizer. I don't care about stinking challenges that have been done a gazillion times. These are the questions that need answers. So that's what I'm gonna do today. But there's a little bit of a problem with it. You see, Tears of the Kingdom's laws of nature don't exactly correlate with reality. Take Newton's first law of motion for an example. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion, or objects at rest tend to stay at rest, unless that object is a terrified child, in which case it will defy all laws of physics and stay firmly glued to the ground. This is where the second law of nature comes into play. When a force acts on an object, it will cause it to accelerate. If the object is a child transitioning from terror to playfulness, a moment of quantum uncertainty is experienced, during which the shrine part must determine whether to yeet or delete. This will make sense in a minute. Anyway, let's try out the catapult. This is my first version of it. As you can see here, this is our child that was donated to our program willfully by his parents. Now I just need to wait for the opportune time to trigger the stabilizer. That should do it, and it appears the shrine part has enacted the second law and decided not to yeet. Let's just try again. Okay, well, maybe the child is smarter than I expected. When in doubt, try again. Okay, this little shit. The hell type of radar eyeballs do you got, kid? Pick it up and move it under and... All right, round 4. And now you're further away? It's like he's aura farming. Oh, you gotta find it? What, this arrow in your ass? Maybe if we try a different angle, that will work better. Okay, I made a redesign. This one, he should not be able to detect with his spidey senses, the little freaking shit. All right, buddy, let's go. Oh my God, he just straight up disappeared. There's nothing funny about sending a child into space. This is not funny. I have come to 2 conclusions. A, the child has reached a speed unknown to the universe and has disappeared out of existence because no matter how much I look, I can't find him. Conclusion 2. I discovered a new law of nature, the absolute law of we're not programming that. When a player finds an interaction the developers did not expect, in which the child ceases to exist until the next NPC route is invoked. After a long while of searching, the child finally appeared, back with his parents. I think both conclusions are correct. All right, it's been a few hours and I don't feel like turning my camera back on because I currently look like this. Anyway, I've done a few more test trials, and each time the child was sent skyward, but the unfortunate part so far is I haven't been able to calculate the distance in which the child has traveled because he doesn't come back. Like my cat, my mom told me just disappeared. But when I was scanning through the clips, I noticed something on this particular test. I saw the child fly into the air like normal, but about 30 seconds went by and he reappeared. At first, I thought he just spawned back into existence on the ground, but on second analysis, you can see the kid blip back into existence right here. This is plenty enough to give us a great estimate of how high the child went. Now, I know this isn't exactly a perfect calculation, but if we take the amount of time it took the child to land back on the ground from when he was launched, then theoretically, if we were to divide that number in half, that should be almost the exact time the child reached the peak of his arc. So now we can insert the time 13.5 seconds into the freefall formula using Hyrule's gravity rate, and now we know the child has gone 2,643 meters, or roughly 8,670 feet in this instance. I'm astonished. The next question is, can we do better? Can we send the child to the top of the skyblock? Well, let's see. On this next launch, the child soared up into the air and did not come back down for a whole 38 seconds. If we divide that in half, that would be 19 seconds. And if we insert this into our freefall calculator, we get what? 5,234.5 meters. Something is amiss here. If this is indeed the case, the child has gone past the skyblock, but that wouldn't make any sense. So I dug a little deeper. The next time the child left, but didn't come back down for over 1 minute and 30 seconds. I had a sneaking suspicion about something, so I climbed up to this lookout and took out a spring and launched myself into the air, and lo and behold, the child reappeared and fell back to the ground. This confirmed my suspicions. The child is getting stuck on the render distance line. If he is sent past the line, he he stays suspended in midair until I render him in again. This solves the case of why the child would never come back down. But now I don't know if we will ever find out how high you can send a child into the air, because this might actually debunk our original record. It's hard to say exactly. This is where the video was supposed to end, but something else came to mind. So as I was editing, I came up with another idea. So I made a catapult, but what I wasn't realizing is the fact that there has been a gigantic catapult right here the whole time. I believe I can get the child inside if I do it right, okay? So... you're not supposed to see this. Fuck. This is not evidence that I've tried this before. It is proof of concept. And fuck. You didn't see anything. Anyway, yes, I did pick the child up and fly him to the Skyview Tower, and yes, that was recorded after I got him there. Yes, I recorded that while wearing no pants. I just showed a YouTuber trick called acting oblivious to something that already happened for the sake of the video, but it backfired as I forgot to remove the evidence. I left it in because I found it funny. Moving the child to the tower was the simple part. Now I just had to get the child on the platform. And to tell you the truth, I spent 20 minutes child wrangling. Trying to slide him in wouldn't work because the platform has a hitbox that interacts with the shrine part, so I did the next best thing I could think of. Rob the shrine part off of my flying machine and forcibly scare the child onto the platform. It eventually worked after countless tries, and I was finally able to start the launch. But of course, it made the kid disappear because of the cutscene. Something that left my mind entirely. Now you might be thinking, oh, how anticlimactic. Yeah, that's true. But just imagine you're in my shoes, spending 40 minutes to get the kid from the village, flying him all the way to the tower, spending forever to get him on the platform, all while trying not to look away because he might despawn, only for this to be the result. You guys got to enjoy the short version. I felt the full blunt force and the hard reality. Here's the outro clip that was supposed to be in my last video. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna lose my shit. There's gonna be a talus that's gonna spawn there, and I'm trying to take a thumbnail picture. Ah, this is messing me up! Ah! I hate Tears of the Kingdom. I hate Tears of the Kingdom. I fucking hate Tears of the Kingdom. I swear on my fucking life, that talus is gonna spawn there and ruin my day. I'm going to lose my shit. Okay. He's staring at me menacingly. You see nothing. I am trying to take a screenshot for a thumbnail. I'm waiting for daytime because if I build a fire and I make a fire and I sleep till morning, this whole fucking thing's gonna despawn, and then I have to rebuild it again! Do you understand the repercussions? So stay the f*** over there! My throat hates my life right now! Ah! I'm sick, by the way, too, so this is really good on my throat. Anyway, yeah. I'm just trying to take a thumbnail. I just want to take a thumbnail picture. This might be the right one, this might not be the right one. I just want to take the picture. Thank God. Thank God they're just far enough away that he doesn't see me, that we should be okay. All right, anyway, this will probably get added in at the end of the video. So if you made it to the end of the video, I'm sorry for blowing your eardrums out, and I just blew my voice out. More screenshots. Okay, angle adjustment. Talus, stay the f*** over there. I'm taking pictures. This maybe? I don't know, I'm belching.